Remember when the buff came in and
it just wasn't fair?
Perpetually? Yeah, I think Carrier was a large reason why that got nerfed pretty immediately.
Yeah, well, it turns out when Carrier plays it, it's point and click, and then it's just really not a fair buff. So, unlike yesterday, there's a tremendous amount of engage on both sides, though. It is double hook time team on the T1 side, but we have Annie, we have Gragas, we have Wukong. We have so many ways to start fights on both sides. So vision control is going to become incredibly important. Playing around that fog, that dark one side, could potentially become an issue. We see 369 is playing grass. I am expecting him to probably go more of that tank route. Kanavi, of course, knows now that he has been spotted.
Yeah, Owner immediately blast cones his way over there. Kanavi trying to fight back, but already Owner is going to get the flash. He's into the Prosto and Knight. He comes around in first blood for Kanavi.
What a flash!
Towards the turret, Owner still with that Rift Herald in hand. Shelly to come down and try and get them first turret blood.
Kanavi is here though, and missing is on the roam, but Kanavi getting really chunked.
Yeah, Cyclone's massive. He gets over the wall with the Warrior Tricks. A very cute little play there, but now 369 is left to the Wolves, and he's underneath the turret. He's going to be taken down. Speaking of Wolves, he's going to gobble him up. And now plates are falling here on this top side.
And right now, with the right guns available, T1 can just chew through this turret in a matter of seconds. That's going to be first turret blood, and T1 with this early Herald and the swap towards topside of Guma, Yushi, and Carrier able to get an early gold lead.
Yeah, it's huge for T1, and it just felt like JDG didn't really respect the play. Now trying to get a turnaround on a Carrier, but an easy flash will get them out. Can they?
Hook goes just wide onto missing.
Yeah, 369 does have a flank angle here. Has not yet been spotted, but T1 will be aware that he could be around. He's not showing on the map, so they have to know he's looking for some sort of flank angle. And again, that is why T1.
Oh, that's a flash. Tim is massive wombo combo. And immediately the Thresh is going to go down as well as the Kindred. Knight takes out Faker as well. And JDG destroyed 3 before they could blink.
And T1 lulled into a false sense.
Potential Ocean Soul, because again, it is 369, expected him to be going tank. He is going tank. He's playing Grasp. He's already got his Sunfire completed. It's pretty much purely physical damage on the T1 side.
Well, Faker engaging onto the Brom here, and immediately he is just dead. Showed him the door, as it were, as now Owner is going to have to skip himself out of there. Tibbers running amok under the turret will be taken down, but that's T1 with no response.
Yeah, Faker really overplaying his hand.
Actually had anything but either a Brom or Zeus.
Another hook from Faker. Immediate cleanse from Ruler there, though. It's like he didn't get CC'd from that passive, but another one comes through. Carrier is going to land his own. They're just one-upping one another here. Zeus underneath the turret. He finds the Q onto missing, and everyone's going to sail up. And now the max range hook from Faker as they take down the turret, but it trades for Faker's life. Another hook's going to connect because, of course, all of them do. But T1, they have lost one, and Carrier misses that hook there, so I guess they're human.
Gollum.
It's the Ruler spot right there. Only has to give up his flash. Have seen him get caught in situations like that many a time as the hook.
Yeah, going to connect. That is going to be a second to come through as well. Flayed back. Not a whole lot of damage, though, but Carrier's still going to be able to take down 369. It's going to be a massive cyclone, but Lamb's Respite is going to come through. Faker just flashes barely onto the end, but now it's Ruler's turn to clean up, and he's getting excited. Zeus down so incredibly low, and the Aphelios going to get pulled in and taken down. JDG wanting to try and get an advantage in this fight as the Zap just barely outranged by Carrier, and in the end, it is a 2 for 2.
Crucially there, Zeus went for a flash Q forward, but didn't actually find Ruler, so he was able to just continue to do damage.
Oh, there it is. Here's the advantage. Oh, never mind, and he'll take the land to safety.
Nicely played for Zeus.
Instead, Hook is going to go just a little bit wide here by Carrier in the mid lane as Knight just throws a bear at him, and that is a really dead Thresh, guys. I don't think there's going to be any way out for him. Teleport to come forward as well as JDG. 10 seconds on Ocean Soul. Zeus wrapping around, but it's a 4 versus 5. Missing is just walking towards them. Cyclone is going to land onto everyone as Gumayushi gets knocked up. He tries to ult, but it's a double kill for Ruler. And Owner is now going to have to ult just by himself. There is no way they can fight for this dragon, and JDG in such a great spot.
It's a complete blowout here. Again, Knight on the Annie finds a crucial target. And that is going to be a soul point here for JDG, or rather the soul, Ocean Soul coming through, and T1 already couldn't get through this front.
There's a stopwatch on Knight, so they're picking up all these luxury items. JDG could very well just close the game here if T1 misstep.
See whether T1 have one team fight left in them. Another hook is going to connect there as they're underneath this inhibitor tower, but immediately Owner is going to go down. He couldn't hold again. Faker is going to follow. Gumayushi Gumushi's in amongst 5 people, and T1 are relegated to the fountain. That is going to be it, ladies and gentlemen. Game 1, much like it did in 2022, is going to go to JDG in this one.
And JDG, full control. It starts with first blood. Kanavi outplays Owner, stays alive. But to me, it's about Knight and Missing. The amount of control in the fights from this Braum combined with Knight's engages. Fighting for early prio is going to be extremely hard.
Look at Owner, he's coming. So they want to try to position with 4 members bot to try to actually harass here and stop this. Faker is coming down.
Yeah, they have full information. There is the grand entrance. The knockback's going to come through. The flashes to come out there. Owner's going to get stunned up with the permafrost, but it's first blood going to Faker, immediately answered by Knight here. Both mid laners walk out 1-0. Oh, Kanavi maybe in a little bit of trouble, but no, it's just going to be a feather or two. As now Knight is going to come on over to Faker here. These twin bangs just layering on top of Faker. Knight is going to go down, and it's going to be an extra added assist for Missing on top of it. Some spikes a little bit earlier as well, as now 369 does still have flash. He's going to use it right now. Is slowed down by all of these saplings. Bramble smash to push him back in. Kanavi's going to come up 50% health. Decent Q there. He's going to knock up one. Is now T1. They're desperate to try and find one of these. Permafrost is going to keep Owner at bay, but Faker is moving in now. There's the immediate flash out as well. Double knock up from Zeus as they take the first one, and Faker is going to look to try and take down 369. He's knocked up though as Zeus tanked the turret for as long as he could, and Faker's going to get it with the explosive charge. It's stuck to walk away with his Bramble back intact.
But they lose prio on bot side, right? They lose control of their bot side jungle, and now it's 4-man bot here. Knight does have flash and he has ulti. He could look over the wall.
Yeah, there it is. Not going to be able to get the snares. Good knock up to come through from Carrier there, but he's going to tank up the turret for as long as he needs to, and now Carrier a sitting duck underneath this turret. The poison is going to connect. There's the permafrost, and Ruler gets hand-delivered a kill. Beautiful. Still trying to hold on to that bot side river, but JDG now 5 members strong. Want to stop Shirley from getting towards this turret, but there are so many ultimates flying towards JDG. 369 gonna have to flash immediately to get himself out of the way. The turret is going to fall, but the stun is just massive. Low health bars absolutely everywhere, as Kanavi's going to be the one to take down Owner in the end. And it's 2 kills for JDG. Gumushi trying to kite back, and Faker has to rocket jump as well. Still damage available and low health bars on JDG, but they lose no one.
As the T1 frontline step forward, so does Knight, and he's just shredding through Zeus on that top side of the fight. It's 2 for 0. Sure, T1 do get that turret.
Okay, T1 gonna look for some action here as Owner throws down the ultimate. Zeus going to do the same thing, flashes forward to find the Ram. Ruler still gonna be alive though. He has the wild growth available, and now he's gonna start those shots. Zeus gonna be able to get himself out of there as the flash from Missing's gonna get him to relative safety. As in goes Carrier, they knock up 369. Miasma gonna try to be avoided by Faker, but immediately he's polymorphed, and he's taken down. The knockups come through Knight. He's going to be punished, and now it's Gumayuki that rips them to shreds. It's a quadra kill, and he gets denied by Owner on the Penta, but they'll be happy with a win in the team fight.
And critical mass has been reached. They're going to keep on pushing.
Yeah, could just be the end here, as the inhibitor turret going to be the first one to go down. Owner is throwing presence into this mid lane, and we should have known. We saw this. It's around the 25-minute mark. They beat Gen G exactly the same way. Look for the first Nexus turret here as T1, they still have so much damage.
Take a TP.
Yeah, he can just come immediately towards this one, and I don't think there's going to be much of an option. JDG, 4 of them are up and available. Zubega Death Rocket is going to be blocked as Gumushi trying to get those autos in.
One, outside of actually getting a Nautilus hook onto someone, you're going to be very aligned on picks, right? Someone walking where they're not supposed to, or a flank from Gwen or Cassante.
But at the same time, you know, it's like for T1, if the engage goes well, Ruler could just be insta-dead. There are so many threats to actually dive into the backline this time. It is not the situation. Actually just started with the Dragon. It is warded out, of course. The pick is over the pit, but we can see not going to be a contest here from JDG as Kanavi is just going back to base. So it will be T1 who is able to buck the trend. You know, they have the push on bot side.
Yeah, Hook going to connect there as well. Flame Chompers to layer that CC. Polymorph going to come through as he flashes over the wall. But Gumayushi follows him, gets the heal. Rocket not going to connect there, as now it's Gumayushi in trouble. It's just going to get eliminated as Knight turns up in the nick of time. Ruler's going to get kidnapped, though Faker picks up the kill. And T1 answer, it's 1 for 1 with a Drake on top for T1.
And not to try and flip the game here at a Herald, which I say because I've seen that happen a lot, although
Distant got
Oh,
6
he
now.
did. Yeah, Dink 6 off of the wave in mid.
Still looking for an option to come on in here as the snip comes down from Zeus, but in goes Kanavi. Faker is going to go all out on top of him though, as he's just fighting this 1v1 isolated. He steals it away, and the Casante's dead as well. Knockups everywhere. 369 doing everything that he wants in this moment, and Zeus finds the kill in the end, looks to try and get out. I have no idea how he survived in that moment. T1 though, they lose out on the potentially. He's just trying to get some shellfish here in the river, but it is dangerous. Knight going to move in. The bear comes down. The Gwen just dashes out of the way, puts up the mist, but is it going to be enough? As Zeus is going to get knocked up into the air, not immune enough. And now Faker's going to come in, look to see what he can get done here as the flash forward. Hook is going to connect as well as Kanavi will be taken down in trade. Top laner for jungler for now. And T1, they do manage to answer. They get the Drake as well.
Yeah, it's important for when there was multiple frontliners. This time, there's a lot more squishy members. So the 5-pen passive.
Oh, missing. Not going to get hit by that one, but the ulti's going to be there. Nice. Super Mega Death Rocket is exactly that. And Gumayushi says, thank you so much. Gets a bit excited while he farms up these minions.
That was perfect lay for that. It's only up in a few seconds.
Well, now missing in that brush. Knight off to the side. Does have Tibbers at the ready. Teleport to get into the back of this pit. Faker is going to turn up now as Owner just walks over, presses the smite button. Faker now looking to try and get out of here. He should be able to do so, or maybe he doesn't have to because he's so tanky. Zap is going to connect onto Kanavi as they're just having a battle 1v1 in this Baron pit. 369 wanting to escape. There's the knockback from Faker. Double knockup to come forward on the wombo combo. Will connect. The Kha'Zix's going to go down. Carrier will follow Faker. Takes missing out of the fight, but now it's Ruler he has to contend with. And Ruler should be able to land a couple of autos. Gets the double kill. And JDG win again.
JDG bide their time so incredibly well there. Knight was missing his flash.
Turret is in exactly that. Is now Kanavi off to the side. Possibly going to get caught out. Avoids the zap, but like you say, Knight is looming off to the backside. The dredge line not going to connect. He throws down the bear, but it's not exactly onto the priority target. And the flame chompers are going to catch him. Knight will fall to the Super Mega Death Rocket, but Tibbers will get very, very mad. Can Ruler find this teamfight is the question, but he can't really get too many of these autos as Faker is dashing absolutely everywhere. Finds the knockback with the Q, and Gumayushi will take down Kanavi. There is one kill there for missing, but Ruler sidestepping. He wants to, but it's going to be the shutdown, and Gumayushi will find it in the team fight. JDG keeping 2 alive though, so I think this game will continue. Bellow's breath is good to mitigate the CC.
Carrier barely stays alive, and T1 find a win. This time around though, JDG not routed.
Just standing in the front line and dives forward, doesn't get that Q. Optimistic one there onto Ruler and missing, and they will be able to sidestep it. Now Carrier is the one looming in the fog of war.
Remember, there's no flash on Guma now, and Knight has his flash back, so...
Well, Hex Flash going to come forward. He finds Knight in the backline, gets the knock-up onto Ruler, but Ruler is going to be safe for now. The Ram is going to come down. Kanavi gets into that backline as Gumayushi is just trying to kill him. He does manage to take him down, and it's a double for the Jinx. The Zap's going to make it a triple, and T1, they wipe them again, and is it just over?
I don't think they can end this time. We'll see. They're going to be going mid. It's not double marksman, so it could be tough here, but at the very least, they will get the inhibitor. And the CC chain on Knight was so critical. Knight used his flash, didn't even get his Timbers off there as T100 0, and I think it's over. It's over.
Again, Carrier finds an engage, and it goes from team fight victory to destroy Nexus. 2 games in a row. Faker is going to execute himself to the turret, but he's not needed for the Nexus damage. And
not looking too hot. Specifically, the way that they were able to stack CC on top of Owner and never give them the opportunity to land Respite. They didn't even need to use your cask to knock people out of it because Owner barely got to use it.
yeah.
And Kanavi's going to come through, and they're going to try to look for Faker.
Well, Faker could be in a little bit of trouble here as he does have the passive, puts it down onto Knight, but not going to have much more afterwards at level 1 as Faker is going to try and get over towards Owner. Into the brush they go as First Blood goes to Knight, and Owner just needs to get over this wall. He's going to get stunned up, and it's a repeat of game number 1. No, it's not. Owner gets himself out of there. Not quite out of the woods just yet, but should have another dance of arrows to get himself to safety if he needs it.
But this is an amazing trade for JDG. They're able to take down Owner, get him down on camps, although, hold up.
All right, here's that engage that we were talking about before as Knight looks to try and answer one back on Owner, but not this time. And
From Carrier, there was no opportunity. It's 369.
yeah, he is going to flash in. Doesn't manage to get the body slam onto both of them, but it's still going to be fine. The Jinx is taken down, and Carrier just going to vacate the area.
on Ruler.
Yeah, 369, actually, I think he's been unseen getting into this brush here. This cast could be absolutely massive as the Drake is going down low. JDG biding their time. Kanavi gets himself in there. Huge ult to come through, and once again, they just eviscerate the Kindred. And Zeus is going to go down as well. It's a double for Kanavi as now Ruler taking matters into his own hands, but no. They are going to back away towards this Drake and even up that Dragon counter.
And we almost impossible to play it into as Carrier.
Yeah, once again, just going to be going aggressive, but not going to be able to find the knock-up onto Missing. Ruler could be in trouble here as the Tongue Lash will connect. Zap going to come down as well. As Zeus is just barreling towards the turret. Ruler manages to flash to try and get out of the way, but it's not going to be enough. Gumayusi, he gets excited, and he deserves to as well. As now 369 wants to try and clean up. Gumayusi does have the flash, doesn't need to use it, but the Abyssal Dive is interrupted still. Gets to bounce.
Haven't spotted them, so they know he's looking somewhere, and Zeus is going to try to mark.
Yeah, and it's actually Zeus thinking that he's unseen. Moves towards the back of this pit. 369 still not seen by them. As Kanavi looks for it once again. This time, Lamb's Respite very, very early. The Devour comes through as well as Gumayusi is kept alive with that huge shield as well. But Ona once again falls down. Massive damage with the rocket. Guma gets excited yet again, but it's a huge bear that he has to deal with. And Carrier's now lumbering out. He's not going to be able to get there. Ruler delivered yet another kill as he collects the catfish. Chemtech Soul, not exactly the most high value, but a teleport is still going to come through. Could be another 5v5 hook. Connects onto Ruler, and they get into the backline immediately. The Aphelios is taken down. How did they manage to find the angle? Missing's going to be taken down. It's a decent cast, but there is no follow-up damage anymore. And Kanavi, can he do it? Oh my god, JDG, what are they doing? How are they finding these moments? It's Gumayusi that falls down, and T1 are routed.
And by the end of it, even though they get Ruler, it costs them everything.
The turret is going to fall down, and now JDG with Tibbers in tow, not going to push any further. Back into position.
Yeah, and if T1 are going to play as 5, they've got to be so clean on their engage. They have to attack one side of the flank from JDG.
Well, there's the flash. Tibbers comes down yet again, but this time he manages to get off the Lamb's Respite. The charm is fantastic, though. They take down the Rakan, but there goes the Kindred as well. Double kill for Knight as now Carrier trying to save Gumayusi, and he does. As Faker is now just keeping everyone frustrated. Zeus went down as well. Another fight for JDG.
Faker will cut the wave, so there's no chance of an end. They're just going to go straight to the Baron here and look to take it. T1 have been devastated by Knight Annie once again. This man has been the difference maker. Finds forward to go defensive. You've got to just maximize your damage. You've got to be able to try to find a pick, and it's Faker.
Speaking of picks, yeah, Faker in a whole lot of trouble. Carrier going to have to use his Devour on the Nautilus. He just gets thrown around, flashes away. The Abyssal Dive's going to get Carrier out of there, but Faker is well and truly down. And JDG...
Game, right? Like both.
Yeah.
369 and Knight are just shoving. They both are Knight has teleport as well.
And Kanavi, oh, he's going to find Gumayusi! He's going to have to go into his stopwatch, and now Zeus finds an ultimate, but these Nexus turrets are going down, and the Jinx is as well! This game, ladies and gentlemen, I think is just over in this moment. We're not going to get another team fight because JDG will deny it, and they will bring us to game number 5!
JDG find the pick. They dismantle T1 in game number 4 here. They are charging the Nexus, and we are going to get it.
It's Silver Scrapes again. This is what we do here. We bring 5 games of League of Legends as JDG looking to grab a few kills here towards the Nexus. Ona and Faker just lurking on their fountain, watching as things go on. Ona is going to be able to get that ult off, but it's not going to matter because this Nexus...
Okay, ultimate, so much of that value is lost. As you mentioned, amazing matchup into the Nautilus as well. Nautilus doesn't have the damage to outtrade Silas if he can get multiple Kingslayer procs. And I think for me the breaking point is what is going to happen here with this Gwen, because Zeus actually was able to get so much damage done in the game.
And 369 losing out on that trade as Faker engaged upon once again. Permafrost is fantastic, and Knight steals away an ult he doesn't even need to use for first blood.
Nicely done. Kanavi has been spending... They go towards the Nexus. That was really close. Zoner's flashing the wall. They want this.
Yeah, Nature's Grasp going to come through. The flash has already come down, and in he goes with the Twisted Advance. Nowhere for 369 to go on this one, and Zeus going to grab the first kill for T1.
Really big moment here. This Gwen was...
Zeus trying to mark this Gragas. His potential location in this fight. Faker is going to go in. That is going to be Knight stunned up for the moment. Missing. Could be in trouble. Nature's Grasp not going to find too much value. And now the re-engage is going to come forward. It's a huge knockback on a Gumayusi who stays alive for so long. Not sure how that happened, but now it's Ruler somehow manages to curve the anchor, and it's a double kill now for Zeus, but the re-engage is gigantic, and with Ruler and his auto attacks, it's JDG that win the fight.
Yeah, you called it out. Knight was on that TP. If they can actually crack the turret, they could go over. Instead, it is JDG actually just starting up this dragon here, and Ruler has all his subs. Didn't have to use his flash on the last fight.
Vision going to be available here as T1 look to move in. There's the hook, it's going to connect. They look to just take one out of the fight immediately. Moonlight Vigil is going to do that as Ruler standing in relative safety for now, but they're not getting too much back. It's a fantastic ulti from 369, but can they actually get anything? Another hook is going to come through, but 369 gets himself out. Faker in a bunch of trouble as Zeus trying to help him, and Ruler is going to get excited. They managed to take down the Drake, and Owner, can you get over the wall? He doesn't have his flash available for now, and I think he's just dead. T1 going to have to give them the tree as they get themselves out.
And here we go, 23 minutes in, Baron started.
Yep, T1 back to their natural habitat. Let's see whether it is going to be nice to them this time around as Knight standing on a ward. They know exactly where everyone is. As Kanavi, he can get into this pit at any time. It's a 50-50 pretty truly as T1 are now looking to try and find the turn. The hook is going to connect onto the jungler as now missing with the quickness, but he's just going to die. Zeus diving into that backline, missing's going to go down, and Kumayushi is just gigantic. He goes golden, and now Kanavi is no damage to offer back. It's another team fight. The T1 win at 24.5 minutes. Why does this keep happening?
T1 are just pushing through. They're going to have to go back to the Baron. They can't get Kanavi. Will they take the Dragon? Will they take the Baron? Forcing here. 369 in trouble.
So much trouble as there's the depth charge. You got Polymorph not able to get himself out of the way. It's going to be an inner turret alongside a Gragas. T1 grabbed that one. Knight is teleported in though, gets a massive amount of knockups as the Glacial Prison comes down. Owner is just buying so much space though. What is that blast cone? Knocks everyone around, and Owner is going to be taken out. Faker finds the hook. Ruler is now able to free him though. Oh, that's 2 autos on Naguma, and he's just out of there. It's a 1-for-1 in the end, guys. Nothing to worry about.
No biggie.
Was so...
As well, you can see this triangle of control wards as 369 is going to get spotted on that flank. T1 here at the Dragon should be a 50-50, but missing. He's going to walk over that control ward. They know exactly where he is. Gets himself past. Soul is going to be denied here, but now Owner is in trouble. Down to 50% health. They dive on top of the Rakan. He's now trying to play safe, but it's Owner that falls down. Zaze gets into the backline though as Kanavi is out of this fight. Knight has to go golden. And now it's just protect the Ruler for JDG. They get themselves out, but they don't get the Drake. It's Drake for Tree.
Yeah, only Owner goes down though, and with Owner down, JDG might try to get a reset in and hard run towards this Baron.
T1 are just starting it without a jungler.
T1 are starting it. What?
Okay, well now full information is there as well because they get the blue trinket down.
Okay, calm down.
All right, I'm going to have a sip of water, guys. Can we just ask the teams to chill out for a moment?
Oh
just
my
a little
God.
bit.
T1 are just staying in the area because they know that this could be a start here from JDG. T1 have 4 members here. Owners respawning in 5.
Well, Hook is going to land here as Faker just says, we're going in. Moonlight Vigil is kind of massive, but Ruler's going to take down Faker. Zeus is huge, but he's dead. And it's a double kill for the Jinx.
And
T1 just give them a Baron.
Why did T1 take that fight? It's a 4v5. You have full information. Faker, Hook.
Okay, Zeus, can you make it happen? He's biding his time as now Ruler has to deal with him. Owner gets into the backline, but Ruler flashes. Oh my God, he gets excited, and Gwen is not immune today. It's a double kill for Ruler, and I don't know what the option is going to be here for T1.
They're going to TP back in. They're basing. They're going to use double TPs here. JDG are pushing for the win here.
At 35 minutes, I think they may have done it off the back of Ruler just keeping cool. He held the flash after the last team fight, and now they're going to break down the Nexus turrets, and JDG will be waiting to see whether they get a rematch in the final of MSI 2023.
And